tell me about a dream. It can be a real dream, a vision of an idea, something you just wanted to do. Just pick one, anyone.
Oh wow! Like which dream?
Right, don't have to be a good one. It don't have to be impactful. Just maybe something that you can remember.
Concepts: an abstract idea, a general notion. Conversation: a talk, especially an informal one, between two or more people, in which news and ideas are exchanged. This is Concepts and Conversations, a series that spotlights the mutual exchange of ideas, story, and inspiration between two or more noteworthy humans. The idea: EveryDayBK, a preview of all things Brooklyn and the quality that exists within. The noteworthy humans: April Walker and Urila Cave. This is their conversation.
I learned how to fly in my dreams, from the time I was 16 on up. Like I remember, literally learning how to fly, and to the point where I would show off. One time, and I remember that dream. In the dream, I was showing off like I could fly and stuff, and I was doing all this stuff, and I crashed in the dream. You know what I mean? And then these dreams became where I would not use that superpower unless I needed it to, and it would help me out of dangerous situations. So that's one dream that's always stayed with me because it definitely is about something.
EveryDayBK is a preview of Brooklyn and the quality that exists here. I'm Urila Cave. Today I'm with April Walker, and we are in Fort Greene Park. I will let April speak more about herself as if she needs to, but go ahead.
Thank you for having me. We are in Fort Greene Park, and this is like my second home. For those that don't know, I am a fashion designer. I am a die-hard Brooklynite. I basically, am a creator, a maker, and I love helping others, empowering them towards their dreams. So I also do a lot of educational and self-discovery work, I like to say. But I'm an author and just really, really living the dream, so to speak.
Get your ass off the couch. I want to digress, but I just started filming and documenting and really breathing at my own time. I was sleeping late. I was living my best life.
I have a brand called Walkerwear. That's important. Walkerwear.com, and
it
is it's one of the first brands in streetwear to trailblaze, but it's also, I am the first woman in that lane with the brand, and it has become iconic through history.
Yeah, iconic, legendary, classic, staple, purposeful, just vocal. I feel like that's a good word for stuff. Brooklyn is our premise. Brooklyn is our theme. So I want to ask you, why Brooklyn?
It started as default because my father was in the music business, so this is where we landed and planted our feet when I was a baby. And Brooklyn just claimed us. For me, I've had so much history with Brooklyn. In terms of watching decade after decade after decade change, seeing the metamorphosis. We have a lot more landscape and scenery, and it's beautiful in Brooklyn, but we still are dealing with a lot of social injustices like we were then. But in terms of Brooklyn, Brooklyn is like no other place on the planet, and I've traveled a lot of places. I feel like, for me, it's the city, but then it's community. I feel like it has everything we need, right? I mean, some of the best food, period, right? You could find anything you want to eat, from Indian to Asian to soul food to vegan to, we could go on and on. You know, there's spots for you. The parks are the best, you know, beautiful. And you know, I'm fortunate enough to be walking distance from two of the most beautiful parks in Brooklyn. And then it just has culture, like in terms of you can go, right, you could walk to it, pretty much, you could ride to it. It's here though. And then it has good people. I think Brooklyn also has some of the most creative people, like in my eyes, you know, and it's all different kinds of people to build with. So it's so many reasons, but for me, Brooklyn has been a strong part of my canvas to create, and it's given me a lot of my inspiration. We're doing it with models, with collaboration. She's wearing an MCM suit that I actually made in 1987. I made my own version, but I posted it, and the MCM folks reached out. They saw it on social media and was like, that's dope. Can you recreate that? What's your Cortez will look like?
I met April 30 plus years ago. We went into a shop, Fashion and Effect, to get outfits made for our second album, I Don't Care. April is the definition of a hustler. Oh, sorry. See?
She hustling.
Every day I'm hustling. Nice. So that was one of the questions I did want to ask, is how does Brooklyn inspire your creativity? Because there's a lot.
I think I can think offhand in two ways right now. You know, different times, different things. But like when I'm walking in Prospect Park, especially during the seasons, there's always like nature. You know what I mean? And it's just, they have some of the most beautiful trees. But then it's just, Brooklyn has flavor too, right? So you can walk the streets of Brooklyn and see so much flavor, and nobody looks alike, right? Everybody's doing their own thing, and it's not like, you could go somewhere else in the world and that would seem strange, but here it's the norm, right? So that, but I'm also inspired by people like you, like, you know, Kaisha from Hip Hop Closet, and Tony. You know, there's so many people that inspire me from their work, that I believe energy feeds energy. So it just bounces off of you, and it inspires you to want to be greater. So
you know, that was actually a surprising answer. Nature. You know, you expect it to be the grittiness of the street, the concrete, the hustle, the train.
Well, that would have been my answer a while ago, but now it's that.
Yeah, I love trees too. Like, it's a different type.
Like, who you here for, the world, or to live your purpose, and just walking in that light, and knowing that most of the stuff we live in the world is a matrix. Except for love, good food, laughter, doing what you love, planting those seeds, gifts, all of it, creating, that's real. So I basically, in that, am working on creating. This is part of self-care for me. We feel guilty about doing certain things, right? Like, especially as Black and brown women, and we got to get out of that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And it's a big part of it, because it's the other half to my working out, meditation, visualization, prayer. Those are all my life hacks. You know. But then the other part that keeps me alive is my imagination and the visions I have, and then actually manifesting them and seeing them come to life. And I created something called the Rose Collection, and the Rose Collection is based off of, I was a doodler. I've always doodled all my life. I've had these flowers in my head since around 2020 December, around Christmas. Simultaneously, I started working on my memoir, and I started talking about my grandmother, and her name is Rose. Her name was Rose, and my middle name is Rose. So I fused all that together in wanting to do these like prints with roses, but make it very abstract, and then with rich texture, and doodling came into play because I've been doodling since I was a kid. I stopped as an adult, like later, maybe in my 30s. Yeah.
So you doodled these roses?
I doodled. So I used to, interestingly enough, I used to doodle like a flower, and then that's what the rose collection became, basically. So it has like my logos in it. It has the roses. It has colors. I tried to make it so that men and women would both appreciate it. So I tried to work at it as a work of art. And then I took these ideas that I had, and I talked to Phil at the Brooklyn Combine, and we collaborated. He actually created the print.
Okay.
And it came out just how we wanted it. I read a meme recently that said, salary is the best dream killer.
Yeah.
It was, it hit me hard because I knew what they were saying, you know. And shout out to those people that are working for helping in some way, being constructive and, hardworking human beings. But I say that if you have a dream, don't think that you can't have a job and still be building your dream. Get that side gig should be your dream that you're building into your main dream.
Right.
Don't give up on your dreams. That's the bottom line.
Never. They're your dreams for that reason.
That's right.
Not everybody has the same dream. So because it's specific to you, that means it's special, and it probably needs to be pursued. That is what I remind myself all the time.
You have to.
Regardless of how many people have blogs and preview Brooklyn, nobody's gonna do it quite with my eye or the subject matters. You know, they can still talk to you and not have the same situation. So. Yeah, I just recognize that and do what I can.
There's a book.
Fighting myself the whole way.
It's good that you have to some days, I know. Like chasing a butterfly, and I've achieved different levels, and so it's more important for me to use my voice now to empower my community, whether I be in fashion, whether I be doing wellness, whatever it is, it's like to help each other. Like it's not just about me. So in that, I tried to find the voice to express myself in what I love, all the things I love,